Welcome to Linux Air Combat. This is version 8.36 from late November of 2020. And I have decided I want to exercise one of the new missions. It's known as Peabody's mission. And I'm going to join a squadron of Japanese Nakajima Ki-84 fighter bombers in an assault from Red Team upon the Blue Team headquarters. Accordingly, I've selected this very powerful late war airplane, and I'm going to go back to the main menu and exercise Peabody's mission by clicking right here. Now this is a new and experimental mission, that's why it says test, but it's nearly done and it's pretty stable. But you will hear some extra debug messages, some announcements done in Morse code, things that are intended to help mission developers. You'll notice them there. It's kind of noisy. Please ignore those extra messages as I fly this. I think you'll find it fun to watch. So I'm going to click here and make sure.
From server. Server connection failed. Connection refused. Connected.
What you heard there was activation of the well-known Mumble voice application, so I can talk to other players. Now I'm the only player here today, so that won't matter. I'm going to be flying with a group of replay aircraft that flew earlier. I'm on Realm 1 on the Red Team. I've got the right airplane. I want to take off from the secondary airfield farther out and start the mission.
Welcome to
So I'm now going to land.
6. This is an experimental new mission, still under development.
And I got to slow down, dropping flaps, dropping landing gear, and fairly soon I'm going to be joined by some other aircraft down there on the airfield. I'm going to try not to hit them.
Red 3.
And I see them on the airstrip there.
Ready to proceed.
I'm going to try to land down there without hitting any of my teammates. I zoom my view in, and I'm going to try to thread the needle here, landing right
Mission
here.
state equals 70.
And hopefully
Noisy efficient information failed to select target.
hopefully when they take off, they won't
Mission
hit me.
state equals 22.
So I'm just going to sit here on the runway. I'll retract my flaps. Here's flaps come up level 3, level 2, level 1. My flaps are all the way retracted. Notice that I'm fueling up. You can see my fuel is now at 16% and there's 17%. And hopefully I can get up to around 100% before these other guys take off.
24.
I am player Red 3, and I can see other players behind me. The entire Red Team will take off.
25.
And they're not letting me fuel up. I probably have enough fuel to do this, so I'm going to go ahead and try to keep up with them. I'm low on fuel here. Dropping flaps. Raising my landing gear.
Mission state equals 27.
And so I'll go to War Emergency Power to pick up a little speed here, although I've got to be careful not to use it too much
28.
because I don't have a full tank of fuel. But here I'm just going to play follow the leader here. Notice I have 3 bombs and a whole bunch of cannon and machine gun rounds. I'm going to use those to try to join in the attack on Blue headquarters. Now we're going to fly low to try to make it hard for the bad guys to detect us. In this mission, though, at least at this point in this mission, radar works no matter how low you fly. So we're not as effective at hiding as we are in the classic missions. If you fly in the Desert Mission 2, the classic Mission 2, you can get low enough to where radar won't detect people. You can sneak up on them. In this experimental mission, that doesn't work yet.
33.
Anyway, here I am following the other airplanes, just kind of playing follow the leader.
Mission state equals
bots there.
34.
Yeah, there's some bots there just stupidly colliding into the ground. Ignore the bots. We're going to pay attention to the replay players, the replay blokes, as we call them.
Received mission chrono milestone 3 sync command. Mission state equals
I'm targeting
32.
replay player number 1, which tends to make me tail end Charlie in this group. You can see the others
Mission
ahead
state
of him.
equals 33.
Notice how smoothly the airplanes are flying now. The network jitter is almost gone. I mean, you can still see it, but it's not nearly as noticeable as it once was, and it's much easier to target and hit network opponents now because the jitter is almost gone.
Equals 35.
That's been kind of a difficult part of my long-term development efforts to get network jitter down this smooth, but it's working pretty well.
Mission state equals 36.
Burning through my fuel pretty fast here. Now, when we get close to the enemy airstrip, I'm going to zoom my radar here.
Mission state equals
When we get close to the
37.
enemy airstrip, they'll spot us and start shooting at us, but we're staying low, so that won't happen until we get quite close.
Mission state equals 38.
Now, my experience with this is that my teammates here will inflict a lot of damage on the enemy airfield. After we drop our bombs, I'll target the enemy airfield and check its status to see how much damage we do.
Equals 40.
As you see now, I'm the fifth man in this assault, and now we're close enough. It's time to start zoom climb to begin our bomb run.
41, and I am not the mission commander.
I'm looking up straight through the top of my cockpit now.
Received mission chrono milestone.
And of course I'm getting slower and slower and slower, so I'm about to drop flaps. Pretty soon I'll drop a level of flaps so I don't stall. There we are.
Mission state equals 43.
And there's the enemy airfield. My bombs are armed, and I'm going to also be strafing when I come in there.
Mission state
The enemy airfield is
44.
off my right wing. I'm almost ready to make my strafing and bombing run. Here we go, coming in.
Mission state equals 45.
Strafing. And 1, 2, 3 bombs away.
Mission state
Okay,
equals
I got some good
46.
hits. Alright, so now, turning off war emergency power, diving low. I took 9% damage here.
Mission state
I'm going to target their
47.
airfield.
Blue 28, 26. Blue 24, 22. Blue 28. Mission state
I'm going to
equals
hit function key
48.
12 to check their status.
I would guess their AX strength is between 50 and 60%.
Okay, we really walloped them. They're down
Mission state
below
equals
60%
49.
strength, so we hit them hard. That was a pretty successful run here. Now, just going to target my own airfield and land.
Mission state 29.
Targeting red headquarters. There it is. Now the tricky bit here is to not collide with my teammates when I'm landing.
Mission state
So now I'm going to
equals
throttle
51,
down,
and I am
throttling
not
back.
the mission commander.
I want to be the last guy down, so I'm going to put my nose up. I'm going to start doing
Receive
cocking my
mission
rudders
chrono milestone
and working
5,
hard
sync
on
command.
a barrel roll, which is a good way to slow down. You do these kind of violent, high energy turns to eat up your excess energy and slow down. Now I'm slow enough to drop my flaps, dropping my landing gear. There's one of my wingman there, one of my colleagues. And I'm a little bit, I'm not ready to be the last guy down yet. I'm going to throttle up. Maybe even raise my landing gear to pick up some speed here for a minute. Because I don't want to settle down until those guys do. Because I can see them that way and land and not hit any of them. Alright, I think I can safely land now. I see them all down there. So landing gear coming down. I'm going to fly over the top of all those guys and settle in, beyond them on the runway here. And flare in. Alright, I consider that kind of a sloppy landing, and that generated a lot of extra noise, but that is how we do that. What a fun thing. Thank you for joining me for this mission. This is what Peabody's mission looks like. It's a new experimental mission. I'm starting to like it.